Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is ALIcia, if you didn't know, and if you're new to my channel, hope that you will click the subscribe button down below. Otherwise, let's just get right on into it. So this video is about my college experience, and it's crazy that 7 years ago I was a freshman in college. It's just amazing how fast time goes by, and I'm just amazed because, I look at myself now where I am and it's just like, whoa, I'm not quite sure where to start. Of course, I got to start from the beginning, but I just don't want to ramble on, and I don't want this to be too long of a video because I know a lot of you guys don't really care for like a lot of long videos. So I'll try to keep this short, simple, to the point, and if not, I apologize in advance. Alright, so let's just start from high school. So during my senior year of high school, I was taking some college courses at a college in my town, in which like a lot of high school students would enroll in the program. I can't remember the name of the program. It's just a way to jumpstart into transitioning into college, basically. And so I was taking a couple of basic courses. I think I probably took a total of 3 courses, and I think maybe 2 of those courses transferred over to the colleges that I went to after that. But anyway, so a little bit of background about me. In high school, I was quiet. I still am pretty quiet and shy, and I was an athlete I was an athlete in high school as well. So I played tennis. And so, thankfully, I was awarded a tennis scholarship to pay for my schooling. And honestly, I wasn't big on going to college. I was just like, okay, college, because that was what everyone was doing. And I know my dad wanted me to go to college and so forth, but I wasn't crazy about going to college. Like, I knew I was going to go, but I wasn't like, oh, I just have to go to college. Let's just fast forward to freshman year. Freshman year was actually not that bad. When it came to like school, social life, and all of that, it was great. And I had a lot of fun my freshman year despite some of the challenges. But I had my teammates then at the time, and then I had friends that I made on campus and just from my classes. But I've never been the type to have a ton of friends. I was never the popular type or anything like that. But I was just fine with just a couple of friends, and that was that. But freshman year, you're new, fresh. Of course, you have the guys that's trying to holler at you, and then you have the parties that go on campus, and then, of course, the food and gaining of weight. Freshman year was cool. I remember going to a course where, they had it for like freshmen. It was just like a gathering or whatever. I think it was mandatory, but they had it to where it was like a self-protection type of class or whatever, and they told you like things to be aware of, what not to do, make sure you have 2 separate sets of keys and so forth, just like certain moves you can make if someone grabs you and stuff. And I thought that was pretty nice to kind of like come into. And also I went to a HBCU, so when I first went to college, it was kind of like a culture shock a little bit, because I grew up as an Army brat, so I grew up kind of like everywhere, and I was used to being in a diverse environment because there's just people from all over, at whatever school that you went to. Going to a school that was predominantly African American and Black, it was just, I don't know how to explain it. It was just kind of like, whoa, I've never seen so many all at one time, gathered. And I am thankful to have gone to a HBCU. I remember I had this history professor, and he was like one of my favorite teachers. And it might have been because he gave me a lot of attention, because a lot of the assignments that he gave us, he would give us a topic to write about. And I was always interested in writing and creative writing because I like poetry and just short stories and all of that. So Anyway, every time I would hand him in, my review or my thoughts on a particular topic, he would have me go up in front of the class and read it to the class. And I remember thinking, no, why did I do it again? Because I was just, I was super shy, but I think what he really gravitated towards was the fact that I used so many transitions in my writing, like furthermore or therefore, and I think maybe he just thought that was just really good writing. I mean, I know there's more to writing than just using good transitions, because there's a time and a place, or you gotta put it in the right spots. But anyway, yeah, he was one of my favorite professors, and I really enjoyed that class. Now, about my major. So my major was physics, and I chose physics for a couple of reasons. I remember when, like, before the first day of school or whatever, I was kind of like getting a tour to campus. I was meeting a couple of teachers and stuff, and I met this physics teacher, and I think he knew my grandfather, because my grandfather was a physicist. But anyway, I kind of felt like I wanted to follow in his footsteps and do physics. Why can't I say it? And do physics. That's probably why I didn't do it, because I can't say the word. But anyway, and another reason why is because the teacher that I talked to, he also told me that you can do anything with physics. And so I was like, okay, great. So I can get like pretty much any job that I want if I continue with physics and all of that. So anyway, freshman year, I never really got to any physics courses. I don't even think I took a physics course at all. Mainly your freshman year, you're taking the general courses. I don't know, I just started thinking, I was like, I don't know if I really want to do physics. And then I was like contemplating if I wanted to do journalism or like creative writing, but I was like, I don't think I could really do much with that. And then I just start to think ahead about all the papers that I would probably have to write that I didn't want to write about, and I don't know, I guess that was lazy, but I was like, no, I don't know. But because then too, I was really interested in science, so I kind of wanted to stay in the science category. I didn't really attend a lot of parties, but I attended some. I'm not really the party type, and I'm kind of reserved, so like going to parties, I always felt awkward at them, because I was like, do I dance? Do I like move? Like, what do I do? And I just wasn't comfortable. I love dancing, but there's only certain people that I'm comfortable dancing around. So like being in like a atmosphere where people just want to grind on you all the time and stuff, and I was like not feeling that. And but yeah, I would normally go with like my teammates or whatever, and a lot of the time we would just be together, so I was cool with that. I was not super involved with a lot of the campus activities. I started to get a little bit involved like my sophomore, junior year, when I joined the National Society of Leadership and Success, and also I was in the honors college at my college. So let me just backtrack a little bit. So I did transfer to another college my sophomore year, and I'm not going to get into that. That's just personal stuff. But I transferred to another college, and that was Grambling. I guess I should speak on like my grades and stuff, and I mean, I don't know, should I? I was a pretty good student. I really strived to get straight A's as much as I could, but I was more of like a 3.7, 3.8 student, I guess. I don't know, I was really big on just wanting to be the best at getting high scores on, tests and stuff like that, because I guess that's just sort of the perfectionist in me, and I just didn't want to settle for anything less than a B or a C, you know what I mean? So, well, I shouldn't settle anything less than a C, but anything less than a B or an A, I didn't want to settle for. Sophomore year was an interesting year for me because, it was like starting all over, having new teammates, meeting new people, and honestly, it wasn't that hard because I was just kind of like I had to. It was kind of like you're just forced to like know somebody, like know some people, especially like my teammates. I did attend a couple of, I guess, get-together / parties, but not really. I was really just about handling my business, such as just go to tennis practice, eat, and study, procrastinate, if I'm being honest, and go to class and so forth. Just do what I gotta do. So anyway, when I transferred, I changed my major to computer science because it's a lucrative field, and there's just so much that you can do with computer science. And also too, I just read that there's just such a high demand for women in computer science, and I wanted to be like, I wanted to contribute to the statistics, I guess, of how many women are in computer science. And I just didn't want to let the lack of, I guess, encouragement or the lack of women in computer science discourage me, because there's just so much that I was interested in. I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to do something in that field. And so, yeah, that's what I pursued. It wasn't easy majoring in computer science. It's just so much math that you have to take, like calculus 1 through 3 and numerical methods, and just so many different math courses. There's just so much math, and I wasn't horrible at math. I mean, I wasn't the greatest either, but I just didn't like all that math. And then of course you have the programming courses. At one point I thought about transferring or like change my major to computer information systems, because that was less programming and a little bit easier. But I just decided to stick it out because computer science is, I guess, a lot more broader than computer information systems from what I was told. Getting enrolled in my honors college and the National Society of Leadership and Success, just all of that just like helped me out. And then participating in like community service and stuff, and that helped. And one summer I did like a robotics camp where I just helped high school students program their little robots, and it was fun. It was easy too, but it was fun to do that. And you just make your little robot turn and do whatever else based on whatever program or code that you wrote. So that was pretty neat. I thought it was just cool, like if I fast forward, like a lot of the games that I went to, football games, and then a lot of tennis matches that I played, and I just had so much fun with my teammates though. Like I miss them the most. Like sometimes I think back on all the crazy moments and times. Like I remember one time, it was like at night, I still have the video, but we were jamming to that song. What was that song with like Lil Wayne and Rick Ross and I'm getting so Drake. Apologize if I say anything I don't mean. Oh, I'm on one or something like that. I'm on one. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? I can't think of the song right now. And I feel weird I don't want to sing or anything. Well, I remember we were all just outside, just like, cause my friend had came to visit, and then we were just like dancing outside. Like it was like late at night, and we were just like dancing, just like whatever, in our own zone, just playing the music from the truck and just like in our zone. And I just miss a lot of those moments, like the good times, and just it was just fun. If people really get to know me, they will know just how silly I really am. So like around them, I was just like completely myself and just dancing and us just joking, making crazy jokes. It was just a lot of fun. And of course, like we didn't all get along all the time, but at the end of the day, like we'll all kind of come back together. So yeah, I do miss that. That really just kind of was like the highlight of my college experience. There are a lot of sad times, a lot of down times in college. I mean, it's understandable. Now, was I really homesick? Because I'm from Georgia, if y'all didn't know. But was I really homesick? No, I wasn't. I wasn't really homesick at all. Like, I had, like, my spiritual family that really looked out for me, and then I had my teammates as well, so that just kind of helped to make things so much better. And I really hope I've been making eye contact, because I struggle with that. Like, I'm talking to you, not talking to the wall or anything else, I'm talking to you. You know, as a tip, really just try to take advantage of as many internship opportunities or research opportunities as you can, because that'll look really, really good on your resume, especially if you have like an even mix of research and like the internship with like a company. That really, really looks good. I would just start like maybe sophomore year, just start looking and so forth, or maybe even your freshman year. Like, really just be on top of it, because you don't want to wait till the last minute. I did prepare myself. I think if I started earlier, I would have been better off, but at the same time, I did have a job lined up for me before I graduated, and I'm so thankful for that, because I know there's just so many who are looking for jobs, and I really feel for them, because it's just hard to find a decent job these days. You know, if you don't have a job secured, there are programs where they'll pay for you to, you know, they'll pay something, maybe even the whole amount for you to get your master's. And I had enrolled in one. I was actually offered money for them to pay for my schooling to get my master's, because I was accepted into a college in New York. But it was so weird. So I was like waiting around for that, but then I already secured my job. So I had started my job, and then that same exact week that I started my job, I got the letter back from like a school that I got accepted, and I was like, oh, well, too late for that. But my point is, like, at least you'll have options. So like, consider, you know, continuing school as an option, but then also make sure you really just stay on top of preparing yourself for a job, you know, like a career, basically. Like, really prepare yourselves and just have options, you know, a backup 1, 2, and 3. And so yeah, that's very, very important. I think I went off track. Sometimes you gotta, like, not play it, but you gotta know, like, you gotta show the teachers that you really care about your grades. Put in the work to really just become better at what you're weak at. Like, if you're not good at math, then get a math tutor, you know what I mean? So there's this one class called numerical methods, and that was like one of the hardest courses I probably took. My grade was not looking really good. I was nervous that I was actually going to fail the class. And I remember, like, I don't know what's going on in my throat. I was like, oh shoot, what am I going to do? I was about to fail that class. And I remember freaking out about it, because I probably had like a D or an F in that class, if I'm being honest with you, okay? And you're probably like, girl, what were you doing? And it's just like, I tried, but being a student athlete, sometimes it was hard. Sometimes I just really just didn't feel like it, but I would do it anyway. But I would be up super late, like till 2, 3 in the morning, you know, working on assignments and so forth. And so, anyway, I remember I would go and talk to the teacher. Like, he would have like sit down sessions or try to help you out with certain things, like if you needed help. So I would go to him, because I was like, I'm not about to fail this class. And so anyway, I remember going to him and getting help and so forth, and he saw that I really was trying. Long story short, I ended up getting a B in the course. I was like, what? Because it was like, honestly, it was known that a lot of people would fail that class. Like, let's say he had 10 people in the class, maybe 8 out of 10 of them would fail. You know what I mean? It was like one of those classes. And I got a B, surprisingly. And I really didn't deserve to be quite honest. But because he saw that I really wanted to do good in the class, and he saw my efforts, that played a part in my grade as well. So just a tip for you guys, if any of y'all are struggling, like, really just show the teacher that you really care and that you're really trying. And just hope that you really have a good, genuine teacher who really cares about their students, because there's just some teachers who really don't care. Yeah. So let's just get to my senior year. My senior year, I was really, really busy my senior year, in between going to conferences and job interviews and computer science related trips, in which I, you know, had to present a particular project or something like that, or just presenting a project on campus or whatever. It was just a very busy year, and I remember being so stressed out, and I started to feel like a bad student because I remember just getting super lazy with my work. I guess they call it senioritis or whatever. So yeah, I had that. It happened to me. I remember one of my teachers, I think he called me out on it. Like, he was just kind of like mad at me, like, because he just expected better from me. And I remember it just kind of like, I was feeling bad about it. I was like, no, I'm better than this. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I was minoring in biology because I'm interested in health as well. Like, I like health stuff, nutrition. I was thinking like, oh, well, computer science and biology, I could do something like bioinformatics. And yeah, so I was minoring, in biology because I didn't want it to delay my graduation like another semester. I decided to not get my minor, and I just graduated in December 2013. I mean, I don't regret it at all because I probably would have been paying completely out of pocket, or I would probably be using more loan money if I decided to delay it another semester. And I was just kind of at a point to where I wanted to graduate. So I graduated, and yay, I am here now in a whole nother state and in my career field. And I'm just incredibly thankful to even be here. Whether you're happy or whether you're not happy where you are, just try to learn as much as you can, because you'll be able to take that anywhere you go. And this video is super long. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Overall, I think I had a pretty decent college experience. I don't regret it at all. And I just met so many great people along the way, and I'm just thankful for that. I'm thankful for the teachers that I've met and those who really just looked out for me and wanted the best for me. And it's nothing like having encouragement and just being pushed to be better than what you are. And yeah, I'll forever be thankful for that. I don't feel like I really said much about my college experience. So if you guys have any questions, leave them down below and I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities, or maybe I'll just make another video. If any of you are still in high school and you're thinking about going to college, like, there's so many different options that you can do. Like, take advantage of the pre-college, college programs before you actually enter into, the college of your choice. Take advantage of those, because you'll be able to have courses that you can transfer to the college of your choice. And it's just a great way to prepare yourself, really. If you're like a dancer, or if there's like a skill or a craft or something that you're passionate about, if you're an athlete, take advantage of, trying to get an athletic scholarship or academic scholarship, or I know there's cheerleading scholarships. There's just so many different scholarships. So definitely take advantage of possibly getting scouted and having either a partial or a full scholarship to help pay for your college. I would say to start small and then work big, and like start small and then work your way to someplace bigger. And I'm not saying like you have to do it, but it's an option. Like, you could start at a community college and stay there for 2 years and then transfer to a bigger college of your choice. And then it's just a great way you can have all those credits transferred, but of course you want to make sure that the college that you want those credits to transfer over to, that that college will accept them. So you don't want to take all those credits or take all those classes at the community college for it to not transfer. And so it would basically be like you're a freshman when you transfer to the college. The main thing is to just be prepared and start early. Those are the main two things. Start early, be prepared, and you'll be good to go. And really just stay focused too. Like, at the end of the day, you're there to get your degree, and you can have fun as well, but be smart. Don't do anything stupid, or don't do anything I wouldn't do. And yeah, just have fun and enjoy the ride. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I apologize if it's too long, but that's just the way it is. So I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.